It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Mike. Strip the ball.
X3. 218. Chop.
Shit.
Ready.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Big ass, big go.
Now Joe Mixon. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Go.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
You don't know no better.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go. 10 over. Hey, Wahoo!
Mike 5-4. Pick it up. 54 is Mike.
2nd and 13. Steps away to his left. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
53, Mike, 53. Drop deep,
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike 380. Mike 54. Rapid. Check. Hustle.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Bernard. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Down. 15, line it. 15 line.
Kiwi's trash. Let's go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Protein spill. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3. On the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what... Frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Run left. Check, 59.
Throwing is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 85 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 7-7, our score after 1.
On the set.
53, Mike. Record. 49, check.
Rock it.
Wall, get wall. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready, break.
53, Mike. Check. 53, Mike.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Haywood.
Coming after you. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go.
He'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And I think the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Touch 50, touch 50.
I got motion man. Me.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Switch.
Spot that.
66. Pull it.
Alert.
Who's that?
Side.
Here's Wilson to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
315.
59. I got you, son.
Go 14.
On third down, it's Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Mike, 54. Rip right.
25.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You don't want none.
One foot.
Back. Check three. Wahoo. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Good guys. 4 down.
He's checking. Crash.
2 lanes up.
On second down now, it's Carson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch that. 54. Mike, 54.
Go.
Mike's 5.
Second and 11. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Yo, get it.
Back to throw. And able to find Green. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 69 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, Echo.
2nd and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
13 yards. First down, Bengals.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready.
March 49.
48, exit.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
2nd and long. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 36.
Play.
Check 13. Check 13.
Go. Ready.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Check back.
Hey, box truck.
Check 53 Mike. Check 53 Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
36. Let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
That's a gain of 3.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alert.
Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I got you. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check 14, got it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Dunlap picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, high 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
13 yards. First down, Bengals.
Ready? 8, read.
53 is the Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Greystone, Travis.
You think you gonna get this? Check 4. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Say.
Shoot.
On first down, Patrick. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got it.
Bravo.
Mike, 53. Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. No.
They still playing soccer.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, shoot. Hey.
Mike, 54. Hey, get in the way. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Watch the slant.
Get it.
Now back to throw. And this one's complete to Reed. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check three. Check.
Check 61. Matchbox.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, Charlie.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tight down. There you go. Jim.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run it with Carson, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Go now. 15.
And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
30 base.
54. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check. Lucky.
5.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You ready?
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 9 now. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Hey, seam 6.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
No.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd down, Bernard. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Jordan Reed has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Set. 18 Gator.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, Heavy.
Blue draw Corkers.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Hey, Delta.
Check.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 30, 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
80 weapon.
They're going to look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got it at the 15. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run it here with Bernard. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the double.
53, Mike. Bandit.
Hey, orbit.
53's Mike. Check.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
Go.
53's the Mike. Double dog. That's the way. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Hey, exit. We own him. Hit it.
They'll drop the throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Watch QB's up. Check.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
53's Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Look at me, zipper.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, high 7.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Check, crunch.
They run again with Carson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Let's go, baby.
So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.